and welcome to Prime Time with Sylvia. Now, today in the studio, we have a man who have inspired thousands and thousands of people. And not only that, all right, on top of it, he is also the founder for Key People of Influence. Shall we put our hands together for Andrew? Let's give it up for Andrew over here. Hi, Andrew.
Hello. Hi, Sylvia. Thanks for having me, man. It's awesome to be on your show. It's such an honor. Thank
Definitely.
you.
It's actually my honor to have you on my show. You know that?
彼此。
Okay. How's the COVID-19 and also the circuit breaker measures been treating you? What have you been up to recently during the CB period?
Okay, so this is what I normally like to say. I say before COVID, I always market my brand. But in COVID, I brand my marketing. I do everything except selling. So I do a lot of events to educate a lot of my peers and my friends, even for people who don't know regionally, about everything: video marketing, personal branding, personality profiling, uh, a lot of different stuff. And it has been very rewarding because the more I share, the more I reap. So I sow here, I reap somewhere else. So I got a lot of webinar series gig, I have coaching gig, I have consultancy gig, which is awesome. And I'm very thankful. COVID is a big reset for all, but it has been very kind to me. And I think as digital leaders, I have to do something to inspire people. So I will continue to do what I do. So I'm very happy to be on your show.
Thank you. And I think it's my honor. Okay, why is that so? Because Andrew, he is the top and most influential speaker in Singapore in 2013 by the Singapore Business Review. On top of it, he also won the Spirit of Enterprise in 2008 and the Successful Entrepreneur in 2010. Not done yet, still got some more. He served as the president of the Asia Professional Speakers Singapore, in short APSS. He also won the Spirit of Service Award from the industry. And I know that as of just yesterday, you actually went on 938 for an exclusive interview with Eugene Low. Am I right? Let me show the viewers some photo first, okay?
Oh,
There
yeah.
you are. There he is, all right?
Woo!
Yeah, Andrew is on 938 CNA. Tell us what do y'all talk about and how was the interview?
So we talk about what is Certified Speaking Professional, CSP. CSP stands for Certified Speaking Professional, not the cheapest speaker possible. Okay, so we had to
You're always
yeah.
so fun.
Yeah. So it is a title given to people who are very committed, and you have proven a track record of 5 years. So in worldwide there are about 1,200 people. It only represent about 8% of the world pro speakers, and it's very strict. They need to see your revenue. They need to interview your client and make sure that these 5 years you do well. Then they will give it to you after a certain board process. So I'm very honored that I'm one of the few Singaporeans who got it. Yeah. So I'm very thankful.
Wow, I wish I can get it too, but difficult. I think Andrew is the one. My featured guests are always very, very successful and very nice. All right, now, Andrew, before I start off the questions on you, I just want to remind all the viewers out there, all right? Now, if you have not liked Prime Time with Sylvia, you have got to do so. You know why? Because if you have any questions for Andrew, you need to key into Prime Time with Sylvia page, all right? That's where we will be able to answer your questions. So here you are, all right? Don't forget to like Prime Time with Sylvia, key your comment in, then we'll be able to answer. If not, we won't be able to see it,
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now, Andrew, I understand that, it has been quite a tough time for you, especially in 2018. You suffer quite a big stroke over there. And but the thing is, I've never ever heard of someone that can recover from a stroke within 1 month. You are a superhero. Can you tell us how did you do it?
Okay, so let me tell you how did I get it. I got it in my sleep. So I think A lot of perfect storm come together. I was stressed. I didn't have enough sleep.
Okay.
Okay, and the night before I had a sauna.
Okay.
So everything add up to high BP, So uh, and then I think one of the blood vessel in my brain burst when I was sleeping. Can you imagine, right? You are sleeping and your BP is supposed to be very low, but when it bursts, when you're sleeping means it's very serious.
Mm.
But I managed to wake up next morning and the world feel very differently. So it was so funny. At first I thought I maybe sleeping position, maybe I walk it off. And after 5 minutes, right? Still like that. No good. I think you better Google and find out what's wrong. Then I opened my notebook. I find I couldn't type at all. My right hand was like this.
Ah.
And then my whole right side right was stiff and I drag it. So I know, oh, it's bad. I wear my pants, I fell on one side because one side weak, one side strong.
Huh.
So I think, oh, okay. Cannot take a plane because when you get stroke, you better don't fly. So I took a coach. I came back 12 hours later. When I check in to the hospital, my BP was 220.
Oh no.
And then the nurses are actually very experienced, right? They have seen all the high BP before, right? But the nurses scream, the nurse scream, wow, how come so high? All right. So of course I went on drip and everything, do a CAT scan. Yeah. So my there was a bleeding on the right side, on the left side.
Mm.
And you can see that there's like a hole, a blood hole on the brain, black color. So blood, right? So the blood spread. And then the doctor said, Mr. Chow,
Uh-huh.
and you must be very upset, but don't worry. With a good physiotherapy, maybe 6 months, you can recover.
Okay.
Then I told him, Doctor, I'm a very busy man. I'm a very busy man. How about 1 month? Then he laughed at me. He said, yeah, maybe miracles may happen. So I say, okay, fine. I want to be discharged tomorrow. So I did my own exercise. I bought my own stress ball, my own pulley, and I learned how to ride. I should buy the biggest marker I can find, right? With those masking tape, I tape out, hold like
Mm.
this, and I write ABC, then become smaller and smaller. Then I write my name, Andrew Chow must recover. It's like primary school. Andrew Chow must recover, must recover. So I write.
Uh,
So I did a lot of things. The whole of the 1 month, I did nothing but just make sure I recover. It was the brain over matter because the mind is so powerful. The mind tell the body, you get ready in 1 month, you're gonna go. So the body take command from the brain. If your brain agree a doctor, yeah,
mm.
doctor say 6 months, then you be 6 months because your body listen to you. Do you know why I was so 1 month later I went for the medical checkup, right? They look at the CAT scan again, it was clean. So the best over they say that don't ever come
Mm.
back anymore. You okay, you go. All right. So I think even they cannot explain. All right. But moral lesson here is this: whatever you say out in your mouth, even if you have cancer, and I want to encourage
Mm.
everybody, don't listen too much to the doctor because it's ultimately you who decide your life. So do you know why I took 1 month? Because I
Mm.
said 1 month. That's why it's 1 month. On hindsight, should I say 2 weeks? If I say 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks already okay already. So, so I
So
always
you are actually a very
yes,
strong
yes,
believer of mind over body. Am I right?
yes. The mind is so amazing.
So
Everybody's mind
sheer
is amazing. Yes, yeah. Your
determination.
mind is amazing. My mind is amazing. Everybody's mind, but we don't believe in it. That's the problem. We don't believe that we can do it. So I'm very thankful that I'm okay here, and
I see.
maybe it's God reminding me I've still a lot of things to do, better to take care of myself. So and I didn't tell anybody. I only told one buddy, and because he stays so near the hospital, so he came and see me. So I got proof that I was actually hospitalized, and I had to report that after 1 month, it says that everything is clear. But I wasn't allowed to take a picture of my CAT scan because they say if I want it, I must write in. But I do understand there is a medical implication,
Mm.
but not necessary. It is
Mm.
it is
Mm.
it is a time I think about life a lot, and that is why right COVID I'm not so scared because you have kissed death so close in your face, right? A lot of things it's not as serious as you think. So I'm very thankful I'm still breathing. Okay.
Mm,
A lot of people die in the sleep. Yeah.
yeah,
So
and I must say one thing about you, Andrew, is that because you are such an influential speaker, you motivate people and you inspire people, and I feel that you literally walk your talk because you had this stroke. Doctor told you it's 6 months, but you tell yourself mind over body. I
mm,
want to recover within 1 month, and you did recover within 1 month. So I believe that anybody who engage you to be a motivational or inspiring speaker, you are the right person to do it because you have real life proof and you walk the talk to state that mind over body very
yeah.
important. So I must give you a big round of applause.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
thanks for
and
giving me the platform
uh,
to share my story. I think a lot of people need to hear the story. I remember I shared this story to an insurance group, and immediately one of them say, "Can you talk to my dad? My dad got a stroke." I said, "How long?" For one over a year already. So when I see him, yeah, I just thought I talk to him. You know, they need to talk to people who have done it, and then they have more confidence. Yeah. So
exactly, you're right. And I feel that all along this stroke is also not your first hurdles or obstacle that you went through. I also
yeah.
silently go and dig some history about you, and I understand that when you were young, you also have a very big struggle, right? Maybe you want to
Mhm.
share with our viewers what was your biggest childhood struggle when you were young?
Yeah. So I'm not sure whether those are watching. Do you have friends who have this problem of stammering or stuttering? Now they are a little bit different. Stuttering is about they are having challenge to pronounce those syllables. Stammering challenge
Mm.
of getting the words out. So for example, I let me demo. I can still be very convincing. Yeah. Hi, 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 Sylvia. Can I be on your show? Can you imagine that I spoke like that as a child? All right. Not only as a child, I went into the youth doing this, and all the way to JC1, I was still like that. Okay, I was still like that. It was such a trying time. I got low
Wow.
self-esteem. Okay, no girls or no one to talk to me because I was boring and it took too much time. Okay, and then until one fine day, one of my good friend, he was telling me, "You really need to do something about this. If not, no girls will want you." So wow, that woke me up. Wow, no girls
Mm.
want me. Okay, I better do something. And you know what? It took me it took me only one day to actually flip it. Because I tell myself, let's get this joker out of my life. So, December 1984 was JC1. 1985 JC2. When I go to school at my JC, my CG tutor didn't recognize me. My GP teacher didn't recognize me. My my classmate didn't recognize me because I was a totally different person. You know, in fact, they thought I was
And
possessed.
it's all because of girls, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Possessed.
Yeah, you know, but so sometimes whatever it is, you can do it because you just have to find a motivation. Yeah, so it was really awesome, and nobody believed in that.
Mm.
Yeah, so my dad was so disappointed when I was young because he was such a well-spoken person. So he actually told me, "Hey, son, next time you go out to work, don't tell people you're my son." But of course, at my later on, I think you have a
Ah,
video that I want to acknowledge him because it was because
yes.
of him I had this fear, but I also want to make him proud. Now I never dislike him or hated him because he gave me tough love. He wasn't the best father, but I understand where he come from. So it's because he didn't have any good role model. So he wasn't very nice to me, but I
Mm.
understood it at a very young age. So he gave me a very strange childhood. In fact, it was no childhood at all. I wasn't allowed to play with kids of my age in my kampong. We grew up in Chinatown. So my grandfather was
Uh-huh.
the landlord, and my whole house very long house, was rent out to a lot of coolies, a lot of uncle 70 years old. In the early 70s, there were 70s, no? So can you
Mm,
imagine they born in 1900? So
mm.
I talk like an old man. I really talk like an old man. And I started drinking coffee at 3 years old. So can you imagine the kind of life I had? And yeah, I was very afraid of my dad, and that got me into trouble. I had problems speaking, low self-esteem, and usually I did a research. Kids will have this problem erased at 5 to 7. By the time they go to primary school, it's
Mm.
okay, but it persists till adulthood. And you know what? There are still some adults until they still suffer from this. It was, and what tell you something, you can be liberated.
Uh,
Yeah. So take just take over. Somebody has done it, you can do it. And today there's somebody
and yet I thought that 1 month and yet I thought that 1 month to recover from a stroke is already very miraculous. But you actually recover from stammering for 1 week, right? Within 1 week, right? You already recover from
within
it.
one
You
or two
told
days, it
yourself,
was all gone. Because it's all mental.
thanks.
It's a mental issue. It's really a mental issue because we never learn to program the mind. Your mind must be programmed by you. Yeah. If you always tell yourself you're unlucky, yeah,
Mm,
you will always be unlucky one. If you tell yourself, I'm going to meet a lot of good people, you will meet a lot of good people. You, it's not about the law of attraction. It's really about your mind vibrating the message throughout your surrounding. So I'm a strong believer in
I
this. So I'm
see.
positive, right? So I continue to be positive, and thanks for saying that. I really walk the talk, because I don't believe in motivation, but I infuse motivation in everything that I do. All right. So yeah, I'm very happy. If I were to live this life all over again, I would still want to be Andrew Chow.
Yes, okay. And you know what, Andrew, we have someone who commented this, Jessica Che. She actually said that I can't speak proper English until I was in uni. My friend in high school and her family would laugh at me, but they also corrected me and taught me. So
Yeah.
I learned and I'm very blessed. Okay, we
Yeah.
have another one also, someone who
Wow.
commented to you that so it's willpower and a determination mind. That's what
Yes.
he wrote over here.
Yes.
All right, and we also have Cassandra Wong who say hi to you. Hi, Cassandra. All
Hello.
right, there
Hello.
you are. These are all the
Good
people who
here.
have just come in. Thank you so much for us. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I also
Awesome.
understand that, Andrew, you have spoken in almost more than 20 over countries. So I
Yes.
just want to show a few photos. Like, for example, this one over here. Wow. Check
Yeah.
out all your speaker badges, man. I fill up the entire bed.
Yeah.
双人床都可以放满
Yes. So, do you know the one colorful one on the left side of your screen? That is Italy.
Okay.
That is
Yes.
Italy. And then the
Ah,
one below BN
read
is
up, right?
actually, yeah.
Is it read
So the
up
one
as
below
well?
is actually Malaysia. That is one of the times that I meet a lot of MPs, and a few years later I met Dr. Mahathir in person. And then I was in US.
Hmm. I also have Dr. Mahathir's photo. You
Wow.
came up with a book and you gave him a book, right? I'm gonna
Yeah,
show the viewers this photo,
yeah,
Not bluff one, really one, check it out.
yeah, yeah.
Andrew giving a book to Dr. Mahathir.
Yeah. And I want to tell you a funny story how I gave my book to him. He had a lot of entourage, right? So cannot get near him so easily. I was next table only. So I had a
Hmm.
fellow Singaporean. She's a blogger. She also had the book. So I was telling her, hey, can you go to him, give him a book? Because security, don't stop ladies one. They will stop men. I follow behind you. So she
Really?
go, yeah, so she went, and she, of course, Dr. Mahathir will get a book, and then I'm the next one. I also give him a book. So that's how I get near to him. Yeah, so I'm always strategizing. Yeah,
Very
it was
good.
it was awesome.
And what is that book? What is the book that you gave Dr. Mahathir?
Okay, so that time I only had two, now I had three. It was social media and public relations. So it was social
Ah,
media and then public relations. So social media 247, public relations 247. Now I got personal branding 247. And it's so memorable because he two times Malaysia PM, and when I gave him, it was in between the two period.
Mm.
Yeah, he looked like just any other grandfather, no, that you look to. Yeah, in person he's nice. Yeah,
Ah,
so very blessed. So
okay.
it has brought me a lot of joy, a lot of blessing, been to everywhere. So very very thankful.
I have one more photo also. I show you, Andrew. This one.
Uh,
Where is this one? Where are you giving a speech?
this was taken by one of the bloggers friend. He used a wide angle. This was a winter B2B travel fair with all the big brands and only bloggers. So the whole world blogger all go there, and there was not a single Singaporean there. Okay, and
Mm.
then the funny thing is this: I didn't know SIA was also one of the exhibitor. SIA came to me and say we were not interested in the main podium because we thought all Angmo speaking. Then suddenly we hear a
Ah,
Singaporean voice. That's why we came and we look who is that. So I was very glad that I'm often invited to a place that has non-Asian were yeah, they were non-Asians, so I represented Asians, and most of the time I want to show to the world that we are equally good speakers, if not better. All right,
yes.
in all this kind of because in Chinese we say 我们有料, maybe we are not
对
as eloquent as them. They have 5 different ways of saying the same thing, but we just go straight to the point and we don't sugarcoat. Maybe that's the difference. But I am very very excited that I have given this opportunity.
I see. And I also have a video of you speaking in Moscow, if I'm not wrong. Shall we take a look at the video, Andrew? Show
Yeah,
our
yeah, sure.
viewers,
Yeah,
okay? All right,
sure.
let's go. Wow, that is really a very, very huge stage in Moscow,
Oh yeah,
Andrew.
very very big. That is actually a movie theater. The screen is 20 meters, 20 meters. Wow, this very
Wow.
look like an ant, very small. The screen is so big. Yeah.
How do you feel about it being there? I mean, speaking, the only Asian speaker down there also, right?
Yeah, no, wasn't the only Asian, but I think he's the only Chinese.
Ah,
There was an Indian speaker. So when they first contacted me, I thought it was a joke because I never been to Moscow, and then why should they want me, right? So and then you know what they say? We Google you and we found that you were at the time in Houston doing a conference speaking, and then we saw you in LA, and then you went to Chicago. So they were looking at other conference, and then they were looking for an Asia speaker, and then I happened to be there. So one exposure lead to another.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah, I was very thankful. So at that time, right? The funny thing was I was invited in 2018, and then I missed a message. I was so banged, when I finally discovered they already sought out their speaker. But they say, don't worry, next year we want you. So it's so true enough, 2019, they asked me back.
Ah,
Yeah. So it was
so this is the Moscow one, whereby you missed out for 1 year, but then you
yeah,
went
that's
on
right. That's right.
2019
I
for it.
actually posted on my social media that I missed it. So there was a question by CK Tam, did I join Toastmasters? Uh, no, I didn't join. I
Yes, I
didn't join
saw that question.
Toastmasters, and it was a lot of self-taught. Of course, I listened to other speakers. I joined an association, and I learned from other senior speakers. In Chinese, 我才刚入行10年 because I had different careers. I didn't start off young this way, and the funny thing is, I started being a speaker at 43 years old. Can you imagine? 43 years old, then I started, this speaking career.
43.
43, then I changed career. So there's
Okay.
nothing wrong with changing career in the 40s. You can still do it. Yeah. So I think
Although you
yeah,
didn't join the although you didn't join the Toastmaster, right? But you belong, you're in fact the president of the Asia Professional Speakers Singapore, which is in short called
yes,
APSS.
yes,
Am I right?
yes. So what happened was that because I was new to the speaking world, so I Googled, is there any professional speaking group? Then I come across APSS website. Then I sent a message to the website, and the person who answered me is this lady called Shirley Taylor. She eventually became the president. She was one president before me. And then when I joined in, they asked me to serve in Exco. And then they say that you have potential. Why not you become the next president? So I took up the challenge. But yeah, it was a challenging time. But I grew a lot after I served as president because being a speaker and being a president is two separate things. You need to lead an association with other professional
Mm.
speakers. So can you imagine every month, right? When you go and do an announcement, when you say hello, you know what? I always got a feeling that they are not listening to me, but they are trying to deconstruct and dissect my talk. And that is it. So I'm very sure, right? Sylvia, you're MC, right?
Ah,
Imagine you are emceeing an event full of MCs.
yes.
So it's a kind of thing. Can you imagine I do it every other month?
Oh, stress.
Yeah, yeah, it's very straight. So so they will be looking at you from another lens. But I learned to grow up a bit, and you learn to mature, and then so you got a better scar to actually prove it. As long as you serve with a heart. So thank God that I like to serve. So I push through. I learned a lot of things, and I am still now serving, and I'm helping them out in this year's convention. We're going to do a virtual one. It's called Write the Future. Write the Future.
Ah,
WTF, Write the Future conference. Awesome. Okay, it's going to be 31st August to 4th September. Sorry, yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So you will hear from me on my
It's
Facebook
okay.
smaller.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, it
Okay.
was
And also that, when you join when you join the APSS, right? I have a short video of you doing the acceptance speech, and I want to show the viewer because when I watched the video, I was very, very touched. I was laughing at one moment, and then I was very touched the next moment. So let's check out this video over here, right? Stand by your tissue and stand by to cry with tears and also to be touched with tears. All right, let's take a look at our Andrew Chow on the APSS acceptance speech.
I told my mom this morning that I'm awarded the CSP, and she laughed at me. You've been speaking for 52 years, and they just certify you to speak? You must be pretty awful. I have to thank quite a few people. I think I have to thank Shirley Taylor, because I took over her as the president of APSS in 2012. And thank you for speeding up my learning curve. I really learned a lot from you. Thank you. And Frederick got his CSP during my term, so I thought I'd return him a favor. I
Again, it says it is so. I just sent you the picture last time, right? I want to thank my dad because even though he's not around for the last 23 years, I was actually suffering from a stammering issue until 18 years old. And he was so fed up with me that he told me, son, when you go out to work, please do not tell people that you're my son. So this award is for him. I still love him, but I just want to tell you that, Dad, you're wrong. But Dad, this is for you.
Yeah! Yeah!
Wow, I love this video. Dad, you are wrong, but this award is for you. Wow. Tell us how you feel.
Wow. Actually, when I say that, I wasn't very emo. I said because it was high and it was just saying. But every time when I watch myself, it was a very poignant moment. You know, uh,
I emo, you don't emo, I emo.
yeah. So it was I guess I know what he mean. He didn't really mean that, oh no, please don't be associated with me. But he was having a lot of tough love. And thank God I understand.
Mm.
I understood when I was very young. I understood it. And when I was 16, when I was in the worst class of the whole school, and I make it to college. And when he know about it, he actually cried. So I know that he's always proud of me, but he won't say it. He won't say it. So I took it as motivation. So it's the same thing. It's again the mind, right? So when someone tell you something, don't just take it as a face value that, oh no, it's the end of the world, nobody like me. No, maybe that is what you need. I don't believe in being too comfortable, but yeah, I really wish that he was there to actually see it. That his son is all over the world. So yeah, it was emotional.
Oh, I feel I feel so emotional. Actually, the first time when I watched it, I was laughing. Then I was very emotional. Oh, don't
Mm.
cry, Andrew. You are so successful right now, and I think your dad will be very very proud of you if he's still around today. And not only you have spoken in 20 over countries, you have written 3 books. You are also the founder of the Key People of Influence, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about what is Key People of Influence all about?
Okay, so this concept derived from a book that I read, and a friend of mine, he wrote the book Person of Influence. Key Person of
Mm.
Influence. I was a worldwide bestseller. But I thought to myself, how can it be just a person? It must be a group of people, right? So you want to be associated with a group of people who wants to exert influence, who has, the best people I find are never people who openly claim, I'm an influencer. If you're a real influencer, people are called you that title, that you're influencer. You don't call yourself influencer. Anyway, what is an influencer? An influencer is someone who can move, not only move people, you move the needle. You move the needle,
Mm,
you understand? Move the needle
mm,
really takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot more than words. Takes a lot more than selfie, takes a lot more than a video to be a key people of influence. It's about everything that you do. You really don't think much about yourself. People can say you are head control, you are center of influence, you are a tribe leader. Those are words that youngsters they like to use. But ultimately, the world has many successful people, very rich. We don't need a
mm,
lot of this. We're enough. What we need is healer,
mm.
facilitator,
Correct.
helper. We need all this. We need people who serve without asking anything back. And that is exactly my point. I launched this during COVID, and I wanted to raise a group of people who wants to be leaders of the world, but they start with micro learning. So my
Mm,
site is actually a micro learning site. So I I want people to first grounded, and then they go on to their own coaching, and then they go on to mastermind group, and then the top, it's always being a mentor to others. Being a mentor is different from being a coach. I hope you guys understand. A mentor is only interested in your personal development. A coach is hired for your performance. It's different. If you need voice training, you hire a voice coach. Your voice is strong, and then you say bye bye to this person because done already. He's hired. But your mentor
Mm.
is someone you would just want to listen to, get advice. If you don't take his advice, he's not going to be angry, but he just love you. So you must know the difference, and find a mentor, be a mentor to someone, and that is what key people influence is all about. I want to start small. This may be the next phase of my life. I have 5 phases. Now maybe it's the next one. So I'm still building, but I still love speaking, and yes, give me a lot of opportunities, but I'm not going to stop there. This COVID is a big reset. Life has been very kind to me, and that's why I think, Silver, I've been doing a lot of free webinar. I have
Yes,
done
you.
10 free webinar. I have 2,000 emails now, a mess, but that's not the point. The point is that I have done so much without charging. I want to give my best. Every deck I spend a lot of time doing, and I give everything. I let them download. So who will be so generous, right? But precisely, I think in COVID, whoever can do, you must help others. I have seen so many people, they volunteer time. They could have used their time to make money, but they didn't. I have Malaysian bloggers friend who are in Singapore. They're helping Malaysians, and you see hundreds of thousands. What I'm doing is nothing. All right, other people have done greater things. So I don't consider myself a big influencer, but I start small, and I hope you can start small too. And if you don't know where to go, you can come and see me. We start something.
And definitely, if you want to talk to Andrew about it, very easy. All you need to do is to log on to the web address that's right below over here, keypeopleofinfluence.hikesplatform.com. And I totally agree with you, Andrew, that, at this point of time, especially for me when I have nothing much to do, I guess I want to make use of my time to really help everybody out. That's why under your encouragement also, you're sort of something like my mentor also, right? That I've
Yeah,
started this Prime Time with Sylvia, whereby I want to bring out motivational
yeah,
stories, inspirational stories, and even to send positive vibes to everybody out there. So I totally agree with what you have said earlier on.
yeah.
And
Thank
moving
you.
on also, I know that you actually have three different titles of books that you have written. Can you share with us what are the three titles of the book and what inspired you to write these three books?
Okay, so I published all these 3 books with my good friend. He's a publisher who owns Candy Creation Publishing. So the first book we had end of 2012. It's called Social Media 247. Now, what inspired me is because social
Mm,
media helped me to really connect with my primary school mate. And I was already in my mid 40s, and I thought if an old man like me can learn social media at that time, 10 years ago, I was 40 plus. So now I'm 50 plus.
uh-huh.
I think I can teach other people how to embrace it. The younger people can learn, and I'm more of a strategist. So being a strategist, I actually wrote this book, but it was so thick. Now I regretted it. I should have write it smaller. And then prior before that, I was a matchmaker, and I did a lot of my PR, and I learned a lot of lessons. I was my own PR, and I have 400 different feature and interview all over Asia. So I wrote the book, Public Relations 247. 3 years later, 2015, I launched it in a posh salon. And okay, imagine
Mm,
this salon, 5,000 square feet, they closed it down
mm.
for my 100 guests. So I launched a book there. 2017, I launched the book Personal Branding. Again, it is actually a compilation of all my experiences. So I capsulated it into a book, Personal Branding. But you know what? Now I'm sick and tired of writing those skill sets things. And I am very happy to go on air to talk about my life. Maybe the next book, it's about personality, it's about character growth. And that is what really inspired me. So yeah, I'm working on my next book, but it's not going to be just like a book in a bookstore, because today, right? You know that Amazon, you must have the ebook, you must have Kindle, you must have Audible, you must have so many different forms. So I got to rethink this whole strategy, and COVID is a good time to rethink all this. Yeah. So these three books,
Yes, and
I,
I
I,
also,
I have a box sets actually. Yeah. I actually put them into the box. So
yeah.
yes.
Ah, you put it into a what box? Your own box.
So
Then
I
you
have my three
frame it up.
books. I put it into a box, and the box is being designed nicely. Also designed by my publisher. If you go to my Facebook, you will see it. Yeah, it was one of the
Ah,
feature
and
photograph.
I also know that your book is very, very popular, not only in Singapore, it goes all the way to Southeast Asia, Asia, also even to the European continent, also, and America, also. So I happen to have this video whereby I managed to pick it out somewhere, all right,
Yeah,
which is all about you launching your book, which is called Personal Branding 247 in India. Very exciting. I see you sign until
yeah,
hand pain
yeah.
or not. You know.
Yeah.
All
I think I have 300 books.
right,
300
I'm
books.
gonna
Yeah.
show you.
Come, let's see.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at the video. Let's go. Wow, personal branding 247. Which part of India was that?
That was a
Do you
beautiful.
remember?
Yes, that was in Kerala. Kerala is one of the cleanest place in India. 100% literacy rate. Everybody speaks English. It was a lovely place. I can still remember they have
Ah,
backwaters, and then they have Muna tea leaf, and it's really nice place. If you can fly again, you want to visit India, please go to Kerala. Cochin is the city of the whole state itself. So Kerala is very nice.
I
And
see.
if you are a travel blogger, every year they open up for people to go and visit them to write and take pictures, and they're happy to host you. So I give a hint, if you want free
Ah.
travel, please write to them.
Wow, so all my viewers will start writing to them tomorrow, Andrew, you have traveled to more than 20 other countries, right, to do
Yes,
your speeches
yes.
and talks also. Something very interesting that I believe me and the viewers would like to know. We actually want to know that you went to so many countries. Where is the most memorable city that you have spoken at, and why is that so?
I think there are two places that I really remember. One is South Africa, Cape Town.
Mm.
Awesome. Cape Town is 5 degrees. I think Cape Town is a few degrees colder than Johannesburg because it is in between two oceans. So can you imagine if you drive up, left side is the ocean, wow, the big wave, right? Right side is the mountain and
Uh-huh.
the cloud. You drive back, left side is the cloud, right side is the sea.
Ocean.
So yeah, sorry, it's the ocean. So of course, you can go up Table Mountain and so on. So it was, and then the wine is cheap, the food is cheap, transport is cheap, everything is cheap, except that you got to tahan once 1 month in the year, no water, drought. So every
Why? Oh,
I think it's the weather. Funny, right? They have two ocean, and then they are always in drought. So every day, one family 50 liters of water only. But besides that, I think it's
mm.
a good country that to retire. I really love it. I went to the southern westmost part, Cape of Good Hope. You heard it? The tip of the South Africa, and then the ship had to sail
Yes,
around. I went there,
yes.
and I took a picture. And then there was a whale that was trapped in the shallow water, and the whale stuck at the rock, and it was rotten.
Oh,
Because it
oh
couldn't swim.
no.
Yeah, and then they have to put dynamite to blow it up. Okay, yeah, I was there to look at it. The second place,
Oh no.
yeah, it's very
Wow.
horrible. The second place that I really love, it's Finland. I took my own flight after speaking in Helsinki, the same picture that you saw. I went up to this place called Kittilä. It's the Arctic Circle.
Mm.
I went to the forest, I booked a chalet, and I waited to see Northern Lights. Northern Lights. I didn't see Northern Lights.
Ah,
Very
yes.
happy. You know why? They were actually very
You
kind. They
didn't see.
off, yeah, they off
Why?
the street lamp, everything. The first time I was tired. It was purple, which is the best color. I couldn't wake up. So then I bang. Okay, good. Second night I woke up. Nothing. Nothing. Third night I couldn't wake up again. Nothing. So I went there 3 nights. It was minus 30 degree. I was all ready with my gear. Already my gear, but I didn't take a single
Oh,
picture.
you fell asleep.
Five. So
Oh.
so but it was memorable because I survived minus 29, which is minus 33 actually. It's very, very cold. You can't describe it. I tell you, no winter clothing can prepare you. When I go there, I rent their jumpsuit. Their jumpsuit inside is a foil. You wear
Okay.
one inside, you don't wear anything. You just zip it up. Wow, it's enough. Because you're completely insulated.
Wow.
So all our what feather count
Ah.
lah, Uniqlo lah, 600 feather count, 700 feather count, all useless. Like go down there,
No
minus
use.
30, minus 30, you don't have to talk. Minus 20, you can still do it. After minus 20, it's another world already. Yeah. So Northern Europe,
Mm.
yeah. So this is what I learned, but that place is beautiful. It's very beautiful. A lot of places are beautiful actually. Israel also beautiful. I was in Jerusalem. You know, I always think Muslim and Israel cannot get along, but when we went there,
Mm.
totally not true. They are friends. They went to each other's wedding. You know, I even asked one Muslim, you know, so can you get along with
Mm.
Israel? You know, I heard there are always a lot of fighting.
Mm.
Then you know what he told me?
Mm.
Where got time to argue
What did he
lah,
say?
quarrel lah? We all want to do business only. Where got time to quarrel? Because they
Ah.
were treated very well in Israel. That's why they didn't want to leave. The Israeli treat them very well. So if you're Arab and you want to
Mm.
stay there, you have a good life. But if you're Arab and
Mm.
you choose not to be in Israel, then you're always at loggerheads, right? So I know this is not a political
Correct.
show, but I just want to give the right perspective that this is the real situation here. All right? Yeah. Nas Daily.
Mm.
Nas Daily is
Mm.
an Arab Israeli. You know what that means?
Yeah,
He was an Arab, but he grew up as an Israeli. That's why you call it Arab Israeli.
I see.
Yeah. So
these are the three countries that you love to go,
Three
which
countries
is
I love to
let me recap again: South Africa,
Yeah.
Finland, and Israel, right?
Israel, yes, Israel. So of course everywhere is
Okay.
beautiful,
Okay,
yeah. Of course everywhere.
we also have a viewer over
Yeah. Okay.
here. Yeah, who asked you this, who told you this question. I believe everybody, if use neurologic, can have improvement means the brain. Okay, I think he was mentioning about the previous part whereby you were
Yeah.
mentioning about mind over body.
Yeah.
We also have Richard. Oh, hi, Richard. Richard, say hi to me. Say hi to Andrew too. All right. And
Thank
you know what? Okay, Andrew, not only you are a very good speaker, you have been to so many countries before. Huh? I also managed to pick one video that I guess will surprise everybody who knows you because you have a hidden talent, okay, that not many people knew about it. All right. I managed to pick up this video, which is all about you singing for Dr. Tan Cheng Bock. Is that Dr. Tan Cheng Bock? I get it right? My information correct?
He was a guest of honor. He was
Correct,
right? Yes. Come.
All right, let's check it out on this video.
Welcome, Andrew Chow. Once again, he owns Idea Mart, and of course, you may find very, very familiar in the radio 938 FM. And of course, this guy, he got hell of a voice, right? So, with this Cantonese number, once again, Ginny, what's the Cantonese number?
Long Ji Samsing, not only is he a social media expert, he's also singing for us today. Come on, hoi, come hao. Round of applause for Andrew.
Andrew, there we go.
真已假，
許冠傑啊！
人已多本質， 圖望天性間，空得意獨光耀，明烈不息舉步伐。Give a round of applause for the band.
Next to the next.
Yeah, that was
Wow. I'm
that was a
waiting
shorter
for the
version.
part whereby you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
So
waiting for the part whereby you
the
go.
cover
Meng
chorus,
lei yao si.
actually
You
you
are
can see,
Cantonese, ah? Are you a
yes,
Cantonese?
I'm a Cantonese. Yes, I'm a Cantonese. 命里有時
Ah, okay.
終須有，命里無時莫強求。Yeah, so this is
哇，你嘅
always
熱烈嘅
the
掌聲！
多謝。Yes, yes. It was a memorable experience.
哎
So
呀呀
I'm
你，
very thankful with life that they give me so many different stages. Singing, speaking, doing doing serving charity, yeah. And I had my 50th birthday. I actually launched my photo exhibition. So I actually booked a nice photo gallery. Where is on top of the Sovico MRT, the Visual Arts Center. I actually booked it for 3 days, and I put 50 of my best
yes.
Instagram over there, and I launched it, and I raised money. I sold it to my friends, so I raised money for charity. So I also done such thing before, and it was awesome. So everything I must try. Everything I just try one time, and that's it. Like, don't, I'm not a pro. I don't want to spoil the market. But let me tell you, my next goal in life. Okay, this one I have not announced openly. I'm gonna do it in your show. I didn't even tell you about it. My
Wow.
my next goal in
What
life
is it?
is to produce a movie with 9 personality, anagram, 9 personality. I want to do a movie about 9 person, 9 distinct personality, how they interact with each other, and the lesson they learn in life with each other. And that it's going to be awesome. I always dream about it. I already got the script. I write the dialogue every day to refine it. Maybe Netflix, maybe do a 6 series
Wow.
or 9 series. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking. But working in Netflix means that Netflix must commission you, then you do lah. Don't do already, then you try to sell to Netflix. It won't happen.
Yes.
So Netflix must commission you. So my
Mm.
dream, I say it out there. Now I want to just work with Netflix to do it. This is the best cinema, the biggest one in the world, right? Yeah. So I don't
Tomorrow,
mind.
right, you will have a lot of actor and actresses writing to you. Andrew, can you please cast me? Everybody will be writing to you about it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna interview you. You will have the right personality type. You can contact me. Yeah. Wow. So Joy had like this
Me
comment. Thank
lah,
you very
me. I'll be your first actress.
much. Okay. But see what personality type you are. Let's put in the Yeah.
Okay, I have one comment over here. Somebody actually asked you, have you been to North Korea?
No, I have not. But my other
Oh, Andrew
speakers
must
they
think.
had last year before COVID, they actually went to North Korea. I wanted to go there next year. So if God is willing, I would go to North Korea and speak, and I want to see for myself the country that it's a last frontier. It's not opening, and I think we have very little news about North Korea. But I want to see, what is a one-star airline looks like. Okay, the North Korean airline. Yeah,
I would love to have you on my show again if they've been to North Korea. Remember to take a lot of photos so that I
yeah,
can show it on my show. But
yeah.
anyway, now before you go, right? Okay, on every of my featured guests who come onto Prime Time with Sylvia, they always have to go through this segment of mine, which is called the Prime Time with Sylvia Naughty Questions Time. You realize it's naughty,
Not me.
KNOTTY, not naughty, yeah? Okay. So what happened is this game is very simple. I'm gonna ask you 10 questions. All right. Now,
Okay.
this 10 question, the first answer that comes to mind, you have to speak out the answer immediately within 2 seconds. That means you don't think
Okay.
about it. Whatever answer
Sure.
comes to your mind, you will speak it out immediately. All right.
Okay, so
Are
what's the
you
question?
ready for this prime time with Sylvia naughty question?
Okay,
Okay.
like
Let's start off the first one. And here
okay.
we go. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Funniest pickup line ever used on you.
Oh, it was simple one. You look cute. That's really you look cute, and then it is my
Oh,
girlfriend,
really?
3 years younger than me. But I know that she's a bit drunk. Yeah, she just say you look cute. Yeah.
How did you respond?
I
How do you
say, yeah,
respond? Do you
you
say
too,
that
you know.
ugly is
So she
cute is
just
ugly
grabbed
but
my arm.
adorable?
Yeah, she just grabbed my arm and say, you look cute, you know. So I was quite shocked. Yeah, I was quite, because I was actually trying to get someone to hold my phone to take a picture of my group on the other table. So yeah, so it was funny
Mm.
story, you know, that someone in that table just grabbed and say you look cute. So so yeah, it was quite shocked. It was quite shocking, but it was a
Okay.
very fun thing to do, a fun thing to enjoy from a lady. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Second
Next
one.
next question. Stand by. Ready?
Dog.
Go. Dogs
Dog.
or cats? Why?
Dog. Because dogs.
Why?
The dog's personality suits me better. Cats to me is a bit more edgy. They are more independent. Maybe it's not me,
Mm.
so I prefer dogs.
Okay. Next question over here. Which
Oh,
famous person's voice would you like to have?
Morgan Freeman. Deep.
1001,
Yeah.
1002.
Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman's voice is really, really low and really stable, matured man's voice, and I have naturally a high pitch. So yeah, that is really what I want to have.
I
Yeah,
see. Okay, cool. Morgan Freeman. Next question over here. Stand by. Let's go. If you could change your birth name, what would you change it to? Handsome? Cute?
maybe I don't know. Maybe it's very corny name. You know, my Chinese name is Guo Hua. You know, maybe I
Okay.
don't mind having Yin Xiong, you know, but then call you call yourself Yin Xiong is really you know, it's really funny. Yeah. But by the way, my name Kok Hua is given by my grandfather, which is you know, always remember that
Ah,
I'm a Chinese. Yeah, yeah. 国家的华人.
okay. Okay.
Mm.
Next question. Here we go. If you could only say one word for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Journey, journey. I'm still on a
As
journey.
in J O U
Journey.
R N E Y.
Yeah. Yes, one word for the rest of my life. It's still a journey. It's always towards a journey, and this journey, the destination I don't even know, but it's always on a journey. So yeah, that's one word. Wow, this is very fun, you know. This is really fun. I love it a lot. I love it a lot.
I told you, Prime is will be
Yeah.
very fun one. Okay, next question is even more fun. Make sure you give me the answer. Ready and we go. What does sexagenarian means?
Well, is it someone who have lived like 120 years old or something?
Okay. Is that your final answer?
Yes, yes,
Make
yes.
sure you follow us,
Yeah.
sexagenarian.
Yeah.
Then I must tell you, Andrew, you
Uh,
are really a very well-read person. Okay,
uh,
because for anybody who sees the sexagenarian will most likely tell me, is he someone who likes sex a lot? Is he someone who's sexual? But the answer is a person in their 60s. Give it up for
yeah.
Andrew.
Yeah, the 6 year, because
Well
uh
done.
yeah, because the first feeling I had was it has something to do with numbers. Yeah. Okay, good, very good.
Okay, you're really very well read.
Yeah.
Next question, and here we go. What do you say when you need to swear, but there are kids around?
Are you kidding me?
You're very angry, you want to
Yeah.
swear. Yeah, but there's a
No,
kid
I
around,
will
so
still
you're like,
say shit. I will still say shit sometimes, really. You know, yeah, really, really. I'll still say it, but after that, I say, oops, I shouldn't say it. But I would, but I caught myself doing that, and I normally don't swear. I don't use the F word, you know. So it's unlike me, and so I try to curb that. But I have ever done it before, and the word is the SHIT, high special high impact training, SHIT.
Such a high impact training. Wow, very good, are you? All right, let's try the next question. Okay, let's go. What's a hidden talent of yours other than singing? That one I declare already. So,
Okay.
what other hidden talent of yours do you have?
Actually, very few people know that when I was young, I actually represented school in three sports. 10 years old, I was in gymnastics. 11 years old, I was playing table tennis for a school. 16 years old, I was swimming for the school. Yeah. I was a sport talent when I was young, but
Wow!
it didn't develop. Yeah, so I could do cartwheel, handstand, headstand. I can do, a lot of cartwheel, Arab turn. I can do it. That is no problem for me. And even table tennis today, I still have the bat and the muscle memory is still there. I can still return your smash. Yeah. And of course, swimming is always natural, So I'm a long distance swimmer, not a. I was in a finals in 18 years old for national 1,500 meters.
Wow!
But
And
that
you
was
mean at this point of time, you can still do wheel card, the
okay.
gymnasium,
So
you
a
still
few
can do
days
it.
ago, right, I tried to do a headstand and a handstand. I can still do it. You know, yeah. Yeah, so I don't need the wall. I will leave out at the wall and then I'll move away from the wall. I can still balance on my own. So there are certain things in the body when you're agile, it doesn't go away so easily. Yeah. And 50 plus is not a stage where
Mm.
you totally give up. It's still with you. Yeah.
You are
So
really an inspiration for everybody out there.
I
Good.
try. Yes.
Very
Okay.
power.
Is
All
there any
right,
more
last
questions?
two questions to go.
Ah,
Yeah, last two questions to go. Let's go. A bad habit that you will never break.
a bad habit you never break. I think it's very curious.
You gotta tell me you don't have bad habit, right?
Yeah, I don't know. A bad habit is really I still bite my fingernails sometimes. So that is actually quite awful. But yeah, I try to cut down. So when I don't bite my nails, the nails go very fast. So last time I used to bite it so hard, so much that it went inside, so the nail hardly grow. All right, but now
Ah,
it grows a lot, just like hair.
ah,
When the hair grow fast, the nail grow fast. So maybe that's sign of health lah. Don't have this bad habit. Yeah, this is something I want to break lah. Yeah, biting nails is no good.
okay.
Yeah. So yes,
Okay, so
one
the
last one,
last
right?
question to go, and here we go. Use three words to describe yourself.
I think I am unconventional. I am positive, and I am a giver. Okay.
And a what giver?
Unconventional,
Ah,
positive, and a giver. So these three. Yes. Yeah.
wow.
So
Wow. Okay, that is so fantastic.
thank you so
And
much,
of
man.
course, a very big thank
Wonderful.
you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you to Andrew for joining our Prime Time with Sylvia. I think we're coming to the end of the show. Is there anything that you'd like to say to all our viewers out there, especially so for the COVID-19 adversity that we are facing now? Do you have anything that you'd love to say to all our viewers out there?
I think everything will come to an end. And whenever we come out of a crisis or recession, we never say we survive. We always say we grow. So this is a growing pain that we all are having. So enjoy the growing pain because after that you're gonna laugh about it. The world is not gonna come to an end. Things will not always not look so bad, and who knows, your next big break will come. Maybe a few days from now, maybe even tomorrow. So don't give up hope. As long as you have life, as long as you are breathing, we are walking, we are better off than many people. So don't compare. It depends on who you're comparing with. We are already very well off. All right. And next week, our Deputy Prime Minister is announcing some more measures. Maybe he has something for us. So don't give up. Don't give up. Be positive and continue to explore new way of growing. Right?
Yes, thank you very much, Andrew, for being on my show. And of course, I would
Yes.
like to thank all our viewers out there. And do not forget to like and share Prime Time with Sylvia. And once again, all right, I have to show this, okay? If you would like to to speak to Andrew and more about Andrew, or maybe ask Andrew to be your mentor or your coach, do not forget, all right, the address is right below over here, keypeopleofinfluence.hypesplatform.com. Okay. And of course, Prime Time with Sylvia will be taking a short break for tomorrow. We'll rest on Friday, but of course, we'll be back again once again on Saturday, Sunday, and on again. All right. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you very much. And
Thank
have a
you.
good evening. Okay.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.